Hello, welcome to our team call. It is June 17th. I'm going to go over a couple things with you guys. Number one, the leader in action formula that Cindy wants us to be working on. I thought it would be a good idea for me to kind of show you where that is and how to go over it so that you have some idea. It takes a little bit of time, unless you've already done it. It takes a little bit of time to get it under. So under contests and promotions, you can go to leader in action here and you can print the worksheet. And then I'm going to show you where you get your numbers from depending on what you're paid as. So each week you don't want to zero out in any category for the month. So right now, like if you're not an executive, maybe you're not a manager yet, you want to get to manager. So especially for the challenge that's going on right now, it's just manager and above, but you want to get to executive and stay paid there. Have enrollments each week, or at least one, you want to have 5 per month minimum, but number of personal enrollments, rank advancements are great, consultant, manager, director, those kind of things. That gives you points in this category. And down here, it shows you a consultant is 1 point, manager is 2 points, and so on. And then you want your cycle growth to be growing each month, okay? So I need to go back to, you go to your reports, and depending on what category you're in. So the director pools don't last very long, but if you can get into them, there's a good amount of money to be made. So you can look at current month. Not a good day for me to be on my phone or on my computer, guys. There's like drilling out in the shop and everybody's here today. So we'll see what the Wi-Fi will cooperate. All right, so this, as if I were a director, okay? So this shows you how many weeks you're paid as, your personal cycles, what your benchmark is, whether you have growth or not. And then obviously I'm not in the director pools anymore, but it'll show me what my pools look like if I were to be in that category. So those are the numbers that you want to write down for yourself for your benchmark and what your personal cycles were and whether you had growth or not. Cindy wants us to be just tracking it because then it kind of gives you what you need to be working on. So my goal is always, enrollments and at least 1 consultant promotion per month. And obviously with Cindy's challenge now, I want to get director so I can get the cash. Not director, manager first. I wonder if she has dates. I don't know if she has dates to do it by, how she's doing that. I'll have to ask her. But ultimately, we're going back to, I feel like this is a very missing link among probably everyone in Isogenics, but especially us. I want to help you guys get your people's products paid for, because if you don't get your people paid, I say this all the time, that is where the income is. You can enroll people all day, and if you're a great enroller, that's great, but you have to be talking about getting products for free, sharing with people. You have to work off other people's lists, because eventually that's where you have to focus on. And sometimes I'm not actively doing that. Sometimes it takes 6 months to get people to share. Like I have a new girl that started in January, and I've been talking to her relentlessly about sharing since she started, okay? She finally did her IsaBody challenge. She's down 35 pounds. And finally, fingers crossed, this is the 2nd time we've written a post and she hasn't posted it. So I'm hoping, she said she has people interested. She wants to invite to our next sip and sample. So mind you, January till June is how long it's taken for her to finally share. So you have to keep repeating yourself over and over and over again. So I'm going to give you some of what PK tells me. Number 1, we focus on free shakes. You want to be the free shake lady, okay? So that's what your nickname is. That's what I call myself, no matter what. As soon as somebody enrolls, I put them in the IsoBody challenge. And most of the time, I submit their pictures for them because I don't find it easy to do. I think it's a little frustrating. So I don't want them right off the bat to have to figure it out. And I can do it so fast that it doesn't even like make a big deal. So I usually will do their first set of pictures. Now, every once in a while, some people will do it on their own, but I want to make sure that that's done, number one. Then you want to focus on their product experience. So coaching them their first 30 days hardcore is so important. You check in with them on day 5, day 15, day 20. And I'll be honest, I probably check in more than that. And that's why I do love the groups when we're doing this. I'm probably going to get ready to start another one back to back. I know the team is doing an amped group, which is great for the people that might have already been on the products a long time. And maybe they're ready for that next step in their journey. But when we have all these new people that have started and you put them in a group right away, it just creates a lot of momentum. It helps them stay on track. It helps them stay focused. I think that we need to be always probably doing resets every month, some kind of 11-day, I like this 18 days, but I know I've seen a lot of teams doing an 11-day and then they start another 11-day after, right? So, and I don't feel like it's a ton of work, and I'm thankful for all you guys that are helping post and helping create content, and thank you for commenting on everyone's things, especially if your people are commenting, you want to encourage them and make sure that you're helping them along the way. But product experience is huge. We know that we guarantee 10 pounds in 30 days. There should be no reason why that doesn't happen, because if they're following it exactly like they should be down 10 pounds. That means cleanse days and everything. Now, if someone doesn't cleanse, then we can't guarantee anything, right? Now, say someone goes into month 2 and maybe they aren't seeing the extreme results and people get freaked out, right? Like, I lost 10 pounds my first month and now I've lost nothing. Well, 10 pounds in 1 month is a lot, so you have to explain that to people. It's not like, not a magic pill. Our bodies are adjusting and changing. That's why it's really important to take measurements and see the inches as well as the scale, because the scale straight up lies, guys. I mean, I have to ignore it myself because it can make that mental game just horrible. So remind your people of that. But, ask them what they're eating for their snacks. Ask them what they're doing for their third meal, because if they're eating maybe too much for their body type, they might not have results, right? I mean, the majority of us all have had great results, so we know it works. So when someone doesn't, typically they're probably doing something to fudge it up. We just got to figure out what it is. You just have to ask a lot of questions. All right. So if you're not sure about what to say with the free shakes, remember that we can go back to PK scripts. I'm using a lot of the Sage scripts to share with people to help them share, because it gives you like basic, this is easy, this is all you have to say. They can fill in the blanks and it's easy to post, so they don't have to feel overwhelmed by it. You have to immediately, as soon as they enroll, like I am having people convert to associate the day they enroll, because I feel like that just creates the mindset, hey, when I have friends to share with, I get free shakes. So I say it right away. And it's really just about asking a lot of questions. Imagine nutrition could transform anything about your life. What would you have it change first? Because if they're really thinking about it and you have it written down what their health goals are, you can always be there to remind them when they forget. They're going to forget. And that's why it's important to talk to them after their first 2-day cleanse, because they still remember what it felt like to feel crappy, right? And luckily, I don't know, it's 4 years later, I still remember like feeling like amazing, feeling like $1 million. So that's a huge part of my story, is I felt so good after that I was like, I'm never going without these products again. So we want them to feel like that too. All right. I also do finally have slides. I'm going to get with Ann today for the opportunity calls, because I want to have a place for you guys to come to probably every week. I know I said I was going to partner with Cece, but then I just didn't love her presentation. I don't like only talking about the opportunity and not talking about people's like results. And when I jumped on her calls, she was sharing people's transformations. And then when we got into the blitz that she was doing, it was like there's no common thread there that makes people go, oh, okay, what is this? I can do this, you know, like where you see a before and after and those kind of things. So I went straight to John Raines and got slides. So I just have to, I guess, make it my own. And I'm not super computer savvy, so I have to take some time to work on that. But I think that maybe now that it's summer, we need to go back to the online Facebook events. I can do one opportunity call a week. You guys will have to tell me what day works, what day and time, because it seems like no matter what time I pick, it's not good. So I think that even if you don't get enrollments from the online events, I think that it creates momentum, which makes you talk to people, like, which makes things happen, you know, because you have to be intentional. You have to think about it. You have to be consistent. And when you're inviting people to take a look, it's more likely that you're going to have enrollments. Okay. And I am working a little bit on LinkedIn. Again, I'm learning it. I don't really get it like some people might, but I had a great call today with a girl from Maryland. And this is what I'm doing different than what Scott Aaron said. Scott Aaron says, don't put the company that you're with on your profile, and don't talk about, you know, what it is that you're doing, create curiosity. Well, then what happens, I feel, people are getting on calls with you that are other network marketers, okay? And you don't know what company they're with until you get on the phone, because they're doing the same thing as you. They're hiding, you know, what they are and who they do. They just say that they're maybe with skincare company or whatever. And then you get on the call and it's totally a waste. Not that it's a total waste of your time, but I don't mind talking to people because I like talking to people, but at the same time, I want to talk to people that are interested in an opportunity, that maybe do want to know about what I do. Whereas these people are really just reverse prospecting me. They want to know if I want to sell their stuff. I think I got on the phone with an Amway lady. I still don't really know what she did because it didn't make any sense when she told me. So I just put straight up, I'm with Isagenix. I put my income opportunity story from Own Your Life on my page so people can see who I am. I don't like being fake. That's just not my personality. And I don't feel like that's authentic. So whether or not he says that's right or wrong, fine. You know what, if you know who I am and what I do and you don't want to talk to me, okay, fine. I'm fine with it. So, but I talked to a girl from Maryland today that is in the fitness industry, totally came out awesome. So I've had 2 great connections from LinkedIn that are people I wouldn't have met otherwise. And she is an HHP now. We're friends on Facebook. I sent her a video. So just so you know, I use the same tools that you guys are told to use. You know, the first thing I go to is I'm going to add you to my product page. I'm going to send you a video to take a look at. And then I'm going to ask her, hey, do you have any questions? You know, because anyone that's in the fitness industry, you know that this is a great pairing because they can help people get healthy along with workouts. I mean, how many of us are already fitness certified and those kind of things? Not that that's the only way to build, but I was looking for my avatar, which is someone that was a hairdresser that loves fitness. And I found a lot of them, shockingly enough. Like I found people that worked as hairdressers that were personal trainers and vice versa. And I was kind of shocked that there were other people like me. And I did have a call with another lady that was very much almost exactly like me, but maybe 10 years older. And I just need to follow back up with her. She was kind of a doTERRA rep too. So it was kind of like a conflict, but I don't know, might be something that she'd be willing to look at. I guess my point is, this is a little bit out of my comfort zone, so I am pushing myself to do it even when I don't want to, because I really didn't want to get on the phone with a stranger this morning, you guys. Like, it's not easy for me either, but I know if I want to grow my business and I want to meet new people, I have no choice. I have to do it. So when you run out of your warm market, people say to me, what do? I find new people to talk to, right? All right, so that being said, I want people to talk to me now. So how is everything going? Are you excited about Cindy's incentive? It seemed kind of like a slow week last week. So tell me what's happening, what's going on, what can I help you with? Nobody. I'm going to call you out. Lindsay's going to talk.
I'll talk.
Hold on.
I feel like I just need to get out of my own
My
head.
volume's
Can you
off.
guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I just need to get out of my own head. I've not been very dedicated to making a schedule and, you know, doing my daily method of operation things. With everybody being home and we've been busy, and there's a lot of excuses. I need to set aside time and just get it done.
I feel ya. It's hard. I've been driving all over the universe, doctor's appointments, whatever, baseball, basketball. I feel ya.
Yeah.
But I was making myself do, like, instead of driving home for practices, like I drove my daughter to practice on Thursday night from 5 to 7. And I'm like, I have 2 hours where I literally cannot do anything else but work. So that's when I made my LinkedIn connections and reached out to people. And I ended up with 3 phone calls.
Nice. A lot of times my problem is just I'm at home all day and I don't have a place to go. Like, you know,
I know.
One day last week I had my mom watch them all day, and I felt like I had to catch up on the health coaching certification that I'm doing too. So sometimes I just feel bad getting a sitter to work, you know.
But it's a job too. It's a job
right.
too. So even if it's only an hour, and remember that you can sit down and pound out a power hour. It doesn't have, and it can be in 15-minute increments. So maybe you have 15 minutes in the morning, afternoon, evening kind of thing, where you can just do 15 minutes at a time, set a timer, even when you're home, so that maybe you can just get it done. Printing out our power hour sheet is probably a great thing to do. That's what I did when I worked all the time, so that I could make sure that I could check it off and get it done, and I knew I did it. Even when I'm on vacation, I kind of have to do that because I have ADD. If a bird flies, I am distracted. So, but thanks for being honest, and we'll hold you accountable.
Yes, hold me accountable. I will. I will print off that sheet and see if I can make that work.
1 hour. Just do 1 hour. Take it for yourself.
Every night, it sounds totally doable. I'm going to get up in the morning and, you know, tell the kids, okay, I need this 1 hour, and then I'll be done for the day. But I kind of I get easily distracted with my phone. Like, if I get a notification, I'm off doing that, and then come back and I've wasted 20 minutes. So I need to set a timer and get it done.
Totally.
So what sheet are you referring to?
It's called the Power Hour document. It is in ISA for Wealth. I can share it.
Okay. That would help.
Okay.
Yeah, I find I'm scattered. I find I work really hard on one piece and let the other stuff go, and I got to get a handle on it. Actually, it's frustrating.
And it's nice to have something for us,
because I know there's a whole lot of things I'm supposed to be. Oh gosh, I'm not getting any reception right now.
Yeah, you cut out for a second.
Yeah, you said something about doing something for us.
I was going to say, oh, I just lost Gabby. We want, I don't know, as a woman, I like to be done. Like, I want to do the laundry, be done, right? I want to, even having kids, that doesn't happen anymore. But this job is like, it's never done. So it's hard to check off your list and be done and like put it away. Like, I don't know, it's the same thing with my office work. I can think I'm done and I have it all stacked and ready and it's done. And then the next morning I come in and there's a huge stack for me to do again.
Right.
Having a check off list does help so that you can kind of be focused and not have to worry about whether or not you're getting everything done like you would like to.
Right.
Lindsay, I can totally relate to what you're saying. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, my kids are, of course, in the background.
Oh, it's yours.
Especially because it's summer. So I made myself, and today I'm guilty of it. I have been making myself get up and just do an hour, which stinks because in the summer I want to sleep in just like everybody else. So I am guilty of allowing myself to get distracted and away from doing this. But like today, I didn't get an hour at all. We got up, we went straight to the dentist, and we've been running since. And now my kids thought it was fun to spray the dog, so now I'm making them wash the dog, which the dog's gonna stink. But anyway, my whole point is I went to the Dollar Tree and bought a timer because I knew that the stove timer would go off, and I could easily set that. Right, bought a timer and put it upstairs in the bathroom so that when it goes up, I have to run up, turn it off, and then come back down. And it kind of gives me like a minute break to go do that and come back down. So that's been helping me. But the thing that's bothering me right now, I had 2 enrollments last week. Well, they didn't follow through. I followed through. They decided, the one girl last night at 9:30 calls me and says, "Is this a great time?" And I wanted desperately to be like, "Absolutely not, jerk. I've been waiting all day." Yeah. But I talked with her and she's like, "All I want is the cleanse." This has been a conversation that's been ongoing for
Oopsie. I don't know if that was her or me.
for you to do.
We totally lost her. Oh, no, she's muted. Can you guys still hear me? No?
I can hear you.
Okay.
You lost me.
Oh yeah, I hear Sarah. I don't hear. Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
lost
Hello?
you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what happened. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I don't know where I lost you guys at, but
The
the
cleanse.
lady yesterday, yeah. So I literally, both people have they did their own research, they said, and they wanted to pick and choose what they wanted to order. And I realized we have to meet people where they are, but I refused to enroll someone with just a cleanse. And the other guy literally wanted just 1 canister shake for an entire month. So I'm bummed today because I had 2 enrollments that I was like, I guess banking on because I haven't had enrollments in a while. But I'm just not going to let it deter me. I'm done with my poopy parade on myself and I'm moving on. So can anybody hear me? Am I just talking here?
We can hear you.
I had the same thing. I had an enrollment this week that just bought 2 canisters of shakes because she's a mail lady and like on the go all day and just needs something quick and nutritious. And we've talked about doing the whole system, and she's actually already lost like 25 pounds just in her job, but she didn't want to incorporate the whole thing and get healthier. She just wanted something easy to eat while she's working. So, I mean, I let her enroll with 2 canisters. Hopefully she'll like those and we'll build from there.
It happens.
So I found a new form that shows all the different packs and the PIBs associated with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a gal from my sip and sample who said she just wanted shakes and bars. So there's actually a pack that pretty much is shakes and bars. But I can't remember their PIB. Maybe there is, maybe they don't even have one. So if I end up enrolling her that way and have another enrollment the same week, is it possible to double the one enrollment because of the second one, or doesn't it work that way?
I don't think it will double. I think
Okay.
smaller packs are only a $10 PIB, and the $10 PIBs do not double you.
Well, I know that wouldn't double, but the other enrollment that did have a higher PIB, would that double?
No.
Okay. All right.
So the other thing, I don't know, they don't make it known that you can make something called My Pack. So if you add vitamins to shakes and bars, it will give them a 10% discount, and I believe the PIB is $25.
Okay.
If she just wanted shakes and bars and vitamins, maybe, then you could get a $25 PIB.
Okay.
It's an option.
All right. All right. Well, I think possibly, you know, it kind of comes down to people being, you know, thinking they could maybe afford shakes and bars, but they can't afford the whole thing. Now, I know all the lingo, but sometimes people just aren't open. And like, do you just kind of say, well, you know, I guess we say take them where they are, but we know they're not really set up for success. And so I don't know. I struggle with that.
The thing
I just want to
know, for me personally, when I sign someone up on less than at least a 30-day, they don't see results, and then they don't stick with it. So then I usually tell people that when they want to start with something that's very mediocre, like, because I say, yes, it's better than what you were eating before, but you're not going to see the results like you'll want to see. And I can't guarantee the 10 pounds in 30 days like I can if you do the system. Because I say, okay, your first month costs this much, but then your next month you could do shakes and bars. Like, see the results and then go from there. Because when they start with just shakes and bars,
I like that.
Because I think people are afraid that every month.
I like that approach.
People are afraid every month is going to be $600, and you just need to have that conversation.
Right.
So hopefully that.
Well, I've talked to people about putting that wellness pack in their auto ship, and then to that for what they need program, in other words.
Right. Well, yeah, that's a great deal. And then they can add to it if they want to, and they'll get 10% off.
You broke up there.
Oh, I said that's a great second month, and you can get 10% off anything you add to it into My Pack.
I'll listen to the recording because it was not a good sound quality there for a stretch. Maybe the recording will pick it up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you.